Okay, so today is a little bit more pop culture-y, and that's because I am just seeing this everywhere right now. Everybody is going nuts over the whole Duck Dynasty father saying some very hateful anti-gay things. And it's just crazy how people are defending him or the network and this, that, and the other. I think a basic understanding needs to be applied here. If we can say that corporations are people and have rights, then we need to say that A&E has rights to fire someone who is behaving poorly or against their code of conduct. They are openly supporting LGBT communities. They always have been. It's pretty apparent that Phil Robertson signed on with a company that supports this, and he has said some things that are against their core beliefs. That being said, I don't think the whole "this shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody" statement really should be said anymore. Yes, he's a Christian. Yes, he's very vocally Christian, but very vocally Christian people do not have to be anti-gay. There are a lot of wonderful Christian pastors and leaders and community who are very supportive. Those people have come to a better understanding of their faith and of the Bible. And the thing is, when people like Phil Robertson go off and they say it's an abomination and it's wrong and it's akin to bestiality, they're not paying attention to their Bible. And the way I mean this is, if you dig a little deeper, you realize that the original translation for abomination actually was meant to be against tradition. And just about nothing in our daily life is according to the old school traditions. So everything we're doing is against tradition, pretty much. And when it comes to the akin to bestiality, look at Leviticus. Read Leviticus and get some context here. Within Leviticus, you are talking about the fact that not only is homosexuality not okay, masturbation is not okay, getting remarried is an abomination, eating pork is an abomination, eating crustaceans is an abomination. I mean, so many things are wrong. But you have to see, it's not necessarily wrong as it is against tradition. And so read Leviticus, and it's like 18 through 20-ish in there. There are a whole bunch of rules that don't necessarily apply today. And one of the reasons I say that is because of Jesus. Sacrificed himself for us. And when it comes to the subject of gay marriage or homosexuality in any form, I think one of the smartest things a Christian can say about that is the same thing he did, which was nothing. He did not cover the topic of homosexuality. He did, however, cover the subject of eating unclean things, like pork and catfish, and, well, there wasn't catfish, but you get the point. He covered this by saying, it is not what a man puts in his body that makes him unclean. It is what comes out of his mouth that makes him unclean. And so if Phil Robertson wants to go out there and spew all of these things in hatred and misunderstanding and not being a very good steward of his religion, he needs to look at the things coming out of his mouth and go back to that and see how clean he is. And I think that comes for a lot of us. We need to watch the things that come out of our mouth and see if they are a loving, caring, supporting part of our community. And realize that if it's not what a person puts in their body that makes them unclean, I think that counts for sexual activities as well. You know, some of the nicest, most Christian people I have ever met have been homosexuals and LGBT, all of that. And they're great people. They're more Christian than the people who will go out there and be hateful and destructive and bullies. And the fact is, Phil Robertson is a bully. Watch the show, see how degrading he is to other people. I mean, how he talks about city people and suburbia and all of that stuff. I mean, it's hateful. And you can laugh it off as a joke, but that's not funny. It's being negative about another type of people to discourage that behavior. And that's not very Christian. And so I kind of want to wrap this up by saying, on behalf of Christians everywhere who actually have done a little bit of research, I'm sorry for the Christians out there who claim to be Christian and walking the walk and are really just spewing trash that they don't understand. Matthew, I believe 11 is where you can find Jesus talking about what is in a man's body does not make him unclean. And it actually says what goes into a man's mouth, but I think that can be extrapolated a little like much of the Bible is. So this leads me to the best comeback ever. If anybody ever tells you that it's an abomination to be gay, just look them straight in the face and ask the last time they had pork or shrimp and walk away. Just walk away. That's it.